All right. Let's dive into this Six Kings Slam in Riyadh.
Yeah.
Have you seen these upsets?
Oh, absolutely. It's unbelievable.
It's insane. I mean,
really giving us a glimpse of what's to come.
it feels like a turning point, with Nadal getting ready to retire after the Davis Cup.
Especially with Nadal kind of, on his way out. It's almost like this changing of the guard happening right in front of our eyes. It's like, this tournament is their stage to announce themselves.
Yeah, and it's a big stage. It's not just any tournament. Today's deep dive, we're really going to unpack two matches, I think, that show us exactly that. First, we've got to talk about Alcaraz taking on, well, his idol, right? Okay. Rafael Nadal in the semifinals. And then, of course, Sinner, who just dominated Medvedev.
Yeah, and more than just a changing of the guard, it's like, and I know this is a little dramatic, but it's like the entire landscape of men's tennis is shifting. And these guys aren't just, winning. It's the way they're winning with a kind of, I don't know if audacity is the right word, but
it's confidence, I think.
A confidence. Yeah, that's something else.
Yeah, it's really shaking things up.
Okay, so let's start with, like you said, Alcaraz and Nadal. This is huge, right? This isn't just a match. This is a clash of generations. And Alcaraz has a chance to actually even his head-to-head record with Nadal before he retires. Can you imagine that pressure?
The weight of history on that kid's shoulders. But you know what? He doesn't seem fazed by it at all. If anything, he gets fired up for these moments.
Thrives on it, yeah.
Yeah. And what I think is really interesting is the contrast in their styles, right? Nadal, he's like the master strategist, that consistency.
Yeah.
And then you've got Alcaraz just bursting onto the scene, that aggressive first-strike tennis. It's no wonder he's ranked #2 in the world right now.
I know. And in this Eurosport article we were just looking at, he's quoted as saying, quote, full power against Nadal.
He's not holding back.
No fear.
No fear. Even against, this is his idol.
Yeah, well, and let's not forget, this is a lot of money on the line.
Right.
Winner takes home £4.6 million.
£4.6 million.
That's life-changing.
It is, but I think for Alcaraz, yes, the money's important, but this is bigger than that. This is about proving himself against the guy who made him want to pick up a racket in the first place. Like I was saying earlier, the article really highlights just how much this match means to him emotionally. He calls Nadal, quote, a really important person in his life and career. So, that speaks for itself.
Absolutely. You can tell how much he admires him.
Yeah. And he even goes on to say he doesn't know if it's, I'm quoting here, more of a privilege or a burden to face Nadal at this point in their careers.
Oh, wow.
It's bittersweet, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is his hero we're talking about, and his hero is about to, step off the court.
Yeah, definitely adds another layer to this whole thing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
How do you play against that?
I don't know. It's going to be fascinating to see how he handles that pressure, not just, the pressure of the match itself, but that emotional weight, too. Is a real test.
Yeah.
Okay, but speaking of making history, we have got to talk about Sinner's win. This wasn't just a win. This was a statement.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
He just, what was it, 6-love, 6-3?
It was a beatdown.
It was a beatdown.
And Medvedev,
talk about a statement. He completely dismantled Medvedev.
Medvedev looked lost out there.
I know.
The article even talks about him smashing his racket. And, this is Medvedev we're talking about. If he's cracking under pressure like that, that tells you everything you need to know. These young guys, they're coming for those top spots.
Oh, yeah. This is not a fluke. Sinner, he's on track to finish the year as world #1.
Think about that. World #1.
After beating Djokovic at the Shanghai Masters, and now he's facing him again in the Six Kings Slam semifinals.
It's unreal.
Yeah.
It's a testament to his dedication, his work ethic. Talent, yeah.
His talent, he wants it. He's hungry.
It really does feel like, we're sitting here and we're watching this whole new era unfold in men's tennis. Like you said, it's a changing of the guard, but it's also just the level of play is just, I don't know, it's different and it's exciting.
It's so exciting. It really feels like, this Six Kings Slam, it's not just an exhibition, it's a peek into the future. And what a future.
That's a good one.
It is a good one. These players, they're fearless, they're creative.
Innovative?
Innovative, yeah. And they're coming for those titles.
They are not messing around.
Yeah.
And they're not afraid to go up against the best. So who do you think is going to come out on top? Who's going to be the next big thing in men's tennis?
Oh, man, that's the million-dollar question, right?
It is.
It's impossible to say for sure, but I think that's what's so exciting about all of this, It's not just about who, but how. Will it be Alcaraz with that explosive style or Sinner just, picking people apart?
Yeah, yeah. Or maybe it's someone we haven't even, like, thought of yet.
Exactly.
That's what's so cool. Like, we're watching history happen right now. I remember when Nadal won his first French Open, I was like, this guy, he's going to be a legend. And now to see these young guys, like, right there, it's wild.
It is. And you know what I think is so interesting? Each generation, it's like they build on the one before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nadal pushes Federer. Now these kids, they grew up watching Nadal, and they're taking it even further.
It makes you wonder what they'll come up with, what kind of rivalries, what records are going to get broken.
Hmm.
Oh, man, it's a good time to be a tennis fan.
For sure. And speaking of Sinner, did you see how he just strategically dismantled Medvedev?
It was a clinic.
It wasn't just power. It was like he had it all figured out.
It was like chess, not tennis.
Yeah.
I mean, the article even talked about how Sinner just kept going after Medvedev's backhand, forcing those errors. That's strategy.
Absolutely. He
Yeah.
took away all of Medvedev's weapons.
Yeah, and that's not easy.
Not at all. And I think that's another thing about these young guys. It's not just the physical game, right? They're smart. They understand the game on a whole other level.
Tennis IQ for sure.
Yeah, they're not just playing, they're thinking 3 steps ahead.
It's like you said, it's chess.
Exactly. But it's not just that either, right? They have this mental toughness, that resilience.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, think about it. Alcaraz staring down Nadal, Sinner just picking apart Medvedev. Pressure, they don't even feel it.
They embrace it, I think.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's not enough to want to win. You have to expect it. And that belief, that's what sets them apart.
I think you're right. And that confidence, it comes through in everything they do, every shot. It's like they're saying, we're here, get used to it.
Exactly. And that's what's so exciting about this new era. We're seeing a total shift. It's unpredictable, It's thrilling.
So where does this leave us? What are fans supposed to make of all of this evolution we're talking about?
I think it's pretty simple, really. Just sit back and enjoy the ride.
Yeah.
It's like the future is now. New rivalries, new styles of playing. They're pushing the limits of what we thought was possible.
It's amazing. Every tournament, it feels like anything can happen.
Exactly. And this isn't just happening in a vacuum, right? Look at this tournament, this Six Kings Slam. I mean, yeah, it's an exhibition, but it's global. People everywhere are watching this.
It's true. Tennis is more than just a sport. It's an event.
It is. It's like art and athleticism all rolled into one.
I love that. And right now, I feel like the whole world's watching, waiting to see who's going to be the next, Federer, Nadal, Djokovic, who's going to inspire the next generation.
I know. And the best part is we're here for it. We get to see it all happen. These young guys, how they grow, how their game changes, how they rise to the occasion. It's pretty special.
It is. And who knows, maybe one of these guys right here, right now at this Six King Slam, maybe they're going to be the ones, the legends.
Right. Imagine we could be watching history in the making.
It's crazy. So we can say for sure, men's tennis, it's changing right in front of us. And yeah, it's a little uncertain, but it's also, man, it's exciting.
It's so exciting. Fans, they need to just, expect the unexpected. Enjoy the ride. This is a whole new generation of tennis superheroes or something. They're going to find their own way to the top.
And we'll be here to talk about it every step of the way, right? So for everyone listening, stay tuned because things are about to get really, really interesting. Who knows, maybe years from now, we'll look back at this Six Kings Slam and we'll say, that's where it all began.
Absolutely. This is just the beginning.
Thanks for diving deep with us. We'll catch you next time.